In this video, I'm going to build a floating bathroom vanity cabinet for my shower room. Right now, I'm building my house and I really wanted to have a floating sink cabinet in the bathroom. Since I wanted the design to match exactly what I had in mind, I decided to build it myself. If I bought one from the furniture store, it probably wouldn't look the way I wanted. So I decided to make it using materials that I already had at home. The first thing I needed to do was design the cabinet. Since I can't make 3D models on a computer, I had to imagine everything in my head. For the frame, I'm using reclaimed wood from my house construction project. Because this is old wood, there are still many old nails stuck inside. So I had to remove them one by one using a crowbar. The first thing I needed was the main support frame. For this part, I used thick wooden beams. The frame design is based on two large triangle supports that will hold the entire cabinet. The surface of the wood was very rough, so I had to sand everything first. My uncle told me that this wood came from a house frame that had been standing for more than 30 years, so I think the wood is still strong enough to be reused. To assemble the wooden frame, I used screws and nails. Because the wood is very hard, I had to pre-drill the holes first. Otherwise, the nails will bend easily because the wood is too dense and the quality of the nail is not very good. This is roughly what the main frame looks like. Its purpose is to support the entire weight of the cabinet. Next, I added several wooden beams to connect both triangle supports together. The cabinet itself will have a rectangular shape, so I added smaller wooden pieces around the edges to create the full cabinet structure. Later, I will cover everything using PVC boards. The frame is actually quite complicated because I added many extra supports. The sink itself will be made from ceramic tiles, so I wanted to make sure the structure will be strong enough to hold all the weight safely. Because I'm going to glue ceramic tiles directly onto the wood, I made scratches on the wood surface so the adhesive can grip more strongly. I also coated the wood with wood protection so it will last longer. Since this cabinet will be installed inside the bathroom, humidity could reduce the durability of the wood over time. Now it's time to build the sink itself. I prepared large ceramic tiles and cut them according to the dimension I needed. Here I'm making a hole for the sink drain. Since I don't have a ceramic drill bit, I had to slowly shape the hole using an angle grinder. The result isn't perfect, but that's okay, because later I will seal everything properly with silicone to prevent leaks. After preparing all the ceramic pieces, I tested everything on the frame to make sure all the dimensions fit correctly. At this stage, I had to work carefully because ceramic tiles can crack very easily, and this is how the sink will look in the end. Before permanently gluing the ceramic pieces together, I marked their positions using a marker so I could install them accurately later. I drilled holes into the support frame so I could mount it securely to the wall using screws. Before assembling the ceramic sink onto the frame, I first needed to install the frame onto the bathroom wall. We need to be very careful when drilling the wall because the holes must align perfectly with the frame. Otherwise, installation becomes much more difficult. For this project, I used very large screws because I wanted the cabinet to be mounted very securely. As you can see, the cabinet is installed around 25 to 30 centimeters above the floor. During installation, I used bricks and wooden supports to help hold the cabinet in position. Now it's time to attach the ceramic tiles onto the frame. For this part, I use a strong adhesive, and I hope it will permanently bond all the ceramic pieces together securely without any leaks. I also made an overflow hole on the side of the sink. I installed a smaller hose inside to direct the overflow water into the drain pipe. This allows excess water to flow out if the sink gets too full. I also added another ceramic strip in the sink purely for aesthetic purposes. And this is the PVC board that I used to cover the exterior of the cabinet. Inside the cabinet, I added several shelves so the cabinet can actually function as proper storage space. I created two storage sections so both the upper and lower areas can be used efficiently. I had several U-shaped aluminum channels and I decided to use them to create sliding doors. The sliding doors are also made from the same PVC board, so the overall design matches nicely. Besides aesthetics, I also wanted the cabinet to be functional, so in this section, I created a built-in tissue holder. Now it's time to install the faucet. This part was a little difficult because the hose connectors were blocked by the wooden frame, so I had to install everything very carefully to avoid damaging the water pipe connections. Fortunately, the faucet works perfectly, the water flows smoothly, and after testing everything carefully, there are no leaks. The overflow system also works very well. To open and close the drain, I simply press the ceramic strip that I installed earlier, and surprisingly, it works very well too. Because the cabinet is located near the toilet, I also added a toilet paper holder and a small shelf for placing a phone. For the mirror, I decided to buy a simple square mirror like this, so I could install it easily. And this is the tissue holder that I made earlier. The tissue box fits perfectly, making it easy to refill and easy to use. At the bottom section, I placed some bathroom tools like the toilet brush. I'm not completely sure if this setup is hygienic enough, but for now, I think it works fine. I also added a few small accessories like air freshener and hand soap bottle. So, that's the full process of building this floating bathroom vanity cabinet. Honestly, this project was quite complicated and took me around 1 month to finish because I work on it little by little every day. I had to carefully think about the design, the structure, and the functionality throughout the entire process. But in the end, I'm very satisfied with the final result. Everything works properly and the design turned out exactly the way I wanted. If you want to build something similar, maybe you can use this video as inspiration and adjust the design to fit your own bathroom. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more of my future DIY projects, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment below. Your feedback will help me improve my future videos. Thank you again and have a wonderful day.